do 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 do, vegan prepper, do 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 do, vegan prepper. Hey everyone, Kathy the Vegan Prepper here, and I am here today to bring you a Goodwill haul. But let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room, my hair. Basically, we are going out tonight on a double date with two of our closest friends, comadre and compadre, our godson's parents, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I want it to look fabulous, so this is my hair, curly girl method, pre-scrunch. If you know, you know. It's a look I like to call the limp Medusa. So there you go. That's what's going on with my hair. But also, it was the only time I had to film, and Sage wants her stuff back. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Number one being this totally adorable little hat. It's just like a little Target stars and stripes hat. That girl is obsessed with her patriotic dress. My mother-in-law bought it for her, I guess it was for 4th of July, but she wears it all of the time. She actually wore it today. She saw this hat and she said, "It matches my dress." And so now she's gonna be like head to toe stars and stripes whenever she can. It was a really sweet thing though. There were some people in the Goodwill today, some older folks, and one gentleman who was wearing veteran t-shirt, and he was like, "She's a cutie. I like that dress." You know, it was just really cute. She got a lot of compliments on her dress from some of the people in the Goodwill, and it was kind of cute. So anyway, there is her hat. That was $2.50. So brand new in Target. I think that these probably would have only been like $10 or $15. So this is not necessarily like because it was such an awesome deal. It's just Sage wanted it. And she kind of needs a new hat. So she has an old Peppa Pig hat that doesn't really fit her anymore. So that one will work perfectly. Also, Adam has been needing a new sun hat. He has grown out of his old ones, weirdly enough. It's like, I don't know that people do that, or maybe the hat shrank. I don't know. But I found this sun hat for him. It is the Palmer Ahead. And so apparently these brand new are about $32, and I got this for $4.50. So it's not necessarily like I don't know, it's used, but it looks really nice, really brand new. The inside, like I can't even see any like staining or discolorization like around like kind of where you would expect to see it in a hat, like old sweat marks. I'm not seeing any of that. So it is entirely possible that if this is not 100% brand new, it is basically new. So yeah, I got that for him. Hopefully he will like it. If he doesn't want it, then I'll just use it for gardening. But yeah, this is the large / extra large size. So basically all these hats are going to get run through the washer before we wear them, in case anybody is wondering. There is one more hat. I have been looking, and this is the reason we were in the hat section actually, because I suddenly felt like I should go over there and look and see if there are any cute caps, because I have been wanting myself a cute little like patchy ball cap or something for I can't even tell you how long. And I found this. Hey y'all, that was actually I was thinking of making that my intro. Hey y'all, ready for a Goodwill haul? But then I was like, no, I won't. So some of you either missed out or you're glad I didn't, if you're even still watching after the whole limp Medusa thing. But anyway, here it is. I just love this thing. I love this style of hat. I don't know, like I just do. And I really love this. It's super cute. It says, "Hey y'all" on the back as well. It's the same thing with the other one. It looks like it might have been through a wash because the back is a bit fuzzy. But I don't know. Again, same thing, like on the inside, I'm not seeing like discolorization. Is that even the word? Like especially on hats like this, you'll see like orangey makeup stains usually. If it was worn by like a Caucasian woman who has, you know, like the foundation would be this color, but it's typically got like an orangey color. And so I'm not seeing any of that in this hat. So I'm really excited about this as well. Typically hats like this will run anywhere from $20 to $40, depending on the website that you buy them off of. Super happy to find this. This was $2.50. So yeah, those are all gonna go in the wash, and then Sage is gonna get her hat, and she's super excited. I'm super excited about my hat too. So anyway, Also, today was Green Day at the Goodwill, which means that we've got 50% off on anything with a green tag. So here's my only green tagged item. It is an Under Armour Superman shirt for Adam. It is a compression shirt. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, I picked it up for him. It was $6.99, so I got it for $3.50. These brand new are about $32, or apparently on eBay, the Superman ones, like there was like some people on eBay, because I just like, for my own information, I like to look up when I get home, like on the computer, and like look up the stuff and see how much is it, like how much did I save, like what kind of a deal did I just get. And so some people are asking for $100 for certain Superman shirts, and I was like Under Armour Superman shirts, I was like, good luck, y'all. I don't even know if that's possible, but my gosh, I'm still just gonna go with like thinking that would have been like $32 brand new. Still a really good deal at $3.50. Awesome. Another super sweet thing I'm very happy that I found for my girl was this little cradle. So just in the last month or two, she has gotten so into playing with her little baby doll. My friend, it's so funny, she was over here with her daughters and they were all playing, but she recognized the doll my daughter has as apparently like an American Girl baby doll, apparently. It's like really expensive. I had no idea. I got it for free. Somebody gave it to me. And so that's actually how I like to get most of my stuff for my kids, like always, because I don't know, they grow so fast that I don't know, it's just like I have some Grimm's toys that are kind of expensive. Those feel a little different. But like generally speaking, I don't like to spend a lot on kid toys. And it's even better if I can get it used from a friend. I love that. I love being able to sort of pass along. So now that I know that, probably what's going to happen is once I'm done with the doll, or Sage is done with the doll really, I'll just give it to somebody else. But yeah, I have this little cradle because I've been wanting a little baby bed for that doll, and thinking that would be really sweet for her because she puts it to sleep, but she tends to put it to sleep in her bed, which is cute, but that's not like, it's not with us, you know, when we're out in the living room. So I wanted something that she could play with when she's still with us. And so, yeah, I just sort of found this cute little, obviously painted, stickered thing. And Sage has already been using it and she likes it. So yeah, this needs to get back to her as well. So it was $4.50. It is really cute. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna keep it like this or if I will go ahead and repaint it myself. I'm still trying to decide. It would either need to be rainbows or like American flag colors because that's what Sage is obsessed with, is rainbows and the American flag. So anyway, it's awesome. But yeah, that's her little toy now and it can get back to her. One other thing I was very excited to see at the Goodwill was for my daughter. She's about to start preschool and I wanted a cute little backpack for her. So I saw this. I thought it was a kid backpack. It was $4.50. It's Target. It's like, I don't remember if it said Cat and Jack or if it just has Target on the inside. But it's got, I think it just says Target. But yeah, it's got this kind of weird interior. And I was like, gosh, it's almost like the whole thing is a cooler. And apparently this is a thing. I haven't heard of it before. It's a backpack cooler. But it is now Sage's school backpack. And honestly, part of me is happy about that because I don't know, gosh, how familiar you all are. You're gonna get sick of hearing me say it if you've watched the channel long enough. You know I live in Central Arizona. It's hot, right? So I'm sorry, I can't keep saying it, but it keeps being true, okay? So basically to be able to stick something, although not there, that's not very insulated, but to like, for instance, if she needs to carry like a lip balm or anything, like I'm hoping that she can use this at least until like kindergarten, first grade type thing. She needs to carry anything in here that it will be insulated theoretically from the sun, because that is one thing that I have run into living here, and probably it happens other places too. I know that other places get hot too. I know we don't have like a monopoly on the sun, even though sometimes it feels like it. But like you'll have just chapsticks just like melt in your backpack. I ran into that in high school. If I'd forget and I would leave a lipstick in an outer pocket of my backpack or something like that, I'd get home. By the time I walked from the school bus back to my house or whatever, it's like stuff would be melted in my backpack. So I'm actually kind of excited about her having an insulated backpack, even though it's not really for a regular backpack. I think it's still going to work out really well for her. Not that she's going to be walking by herself in the heat very much, but yeah, I don't know. I just like that idea. And so her stuff will stay safe. And even like the binding on books, like I know I'm starting to sound crazy, but like the binding on books even can fail. Like pages come out because the glue melts on your books. And so yeah, this is gonna be great. Another thing that we found was this. Oh, so, and these, sorry, by the way, they are brand new, anywhere from $30 to $40, depending on where you're seeing them. Target, it's like $30. They have some that are smaller that are like 20. But yeah, so that was a pretty darn good deal as well. Also, that one looks 100% brand new. It doesn't look like anything has ever touched it. There's no discolor, there I go again, discolorization. You'll have to tell me what the word actually is. But like on the straps, like where you would expect to see some from people grabbing it, or even on the inside, there's no like crumbs or anything. It's like a completely, or right here too, where people would be grabbing with their hand, there's just nothing. So I think that this is brand new. So I can't be sure, but I think it is. Now we have a gently used Jansport Big Student, I believe is what the label says in here. Yeah, Big Student. The number on it is JS00TDN7. It doesn't necessarily matter, but I looked it up. And these brand new are anywhere from $50 to $65, depending on where they are purchased. This is definitely gently used. There is like a little bit of discoloration. Just why I keep saying that word, and I don't even know what it is. And so there's also like little spots on the front, and they're so slight they're not even showing up on the camera. There's a pen mark up here. Up right here is a pen mark. So this one has been used, but I mean, judging from the color of the bag, it's like it's been very, very gently used or barely used at all. There's a little weird spot on the inside, but nothing that I don't think can't get cleaned up. So I grabbed this for $8.50, and again, anywhere from like $50 to $65 brand new. So this is a major score. I mainly got it because we do have a collection of Bugout bags, but a lot of them are really old. Like we have my high school Jansport backpack as one of the backpacks that is in the Bugout bag collection, and it's got like a hole on the bottom. And even though these backpacks are fantastic, I was in high school, goodness gracious, well over 20 years ago. So that backpack is pretty darn old, and it saw me through my entire, so it was like 4 years of getting abused by a high schooler. And now that is what we have as one of our Bugout bags. And so it's just something that we have been kind of looking at replacing a couple of those bags. There was another bag that was pretty old and beat up, but we were just using what we had. And so I am working on getting backpacks for the Bugout bags. I actually scored another absolutely beautiful, I'm convinced it's 100% brand new, bright red Jansport backpack at a different Goodwill for about $9. And I didn't post that haul ever. But so we have potentially a replacement for 2 of the backpacks, but if we can't use this backpack for one of the Bugout bags, or if we don't need to replace any more of those backpacks, then I'm going to use it as a car kit bag thing. Like if I ever get stopped and for whatever reason I might need to actually walk, then I will use this backpack for that. Also, primarily because it is such a light color. Again, with the sun and all of that, y'all don't need to hear me say it again. Hot. So yeah, that's planned for that. So, but this actually is a question or it's a conversation I got into with my son. I'm going to try to keep this super brief. With the question of something like this is a Bugout bag. So I know that one of the one of the big things that you want to be cautious of or careful about is being kind of gray man. For any of you who are watching this and are not prepper minded, I'll give you a super fast explanation. Gray man is a concept where you potentially could be in the middle of a crowd. You could be seen by 100 people, but they won't remember seeing you. So you try to make yourself as nondescript as possible, as unnoticeable, as unremarkable, as unrememberable as you possibly can. And so whatever that means for wherever you live. So like here, if you were walking around in a parka, that would be super noticeable. But you know, if you're like a young girl and you're walking around in a crop top and like shorts and flip-flops, whatever. I mean, of course, you know, maybe some guys would remember seeing you if you look good like that. But like for in general, what I'm saying is like we are extremely casual here. Tank tops everywhere. It's just, you know, super casual here. So if you're like really dressed up, you might stand out. Whereas if you were in kind of a nicer area, and you were super casual, people might be noticing you because you're out of place. So basically anything at all that you can do to not be out of place, that's a gray man. And it's just sort of a survival technique to go unnoticed. So obviously a really bright backpack is not gray man. It's potentially noticeable, but this is a thing that Adam and I have discussed too. It's the balance between being completely gray man and then even potentially being like throwing the hounds off the scent, if that makes sense. Looking in such a way that people assume that you don't have it together and you don't know what you're doing, which is potentially another survival technique. Not maybe necessarily so weak that you look like prey to other people, but anyway, this is getting long, but you see what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things to consider. And so I feel like a backpack like this is one of those that's like almost throw the wolves off the scent, where they wouldn't necessarily expect you to have that backpack stocked with amazing survival gear because it looks so ordinary. Of course, I guess a lot of people might be looking for ordinary, but you definitely don't want to go out like with a tactical backpack. I guess unless you have like a big pew pew to back up that look. I don't know. So anyway, I don't know. So like maybe say in the comments down below, like what are your thoughts on like gray man versus throwing the wolves off the scent versus whatever. I don't know. Like I'm just curious about your thoughts because it's something that we wrestle with. Like I wrestle with, like I have a septum piercing and right now I just have a plug-in that doesn't make it obvious. And so it's like a little half square. You can imagine like half of a square and that's what it is. And so actually that's the reason I've chosen my septum piercing. I would have more piercings, but I wanted one that I could hide if I wanted to hide it. And so that's why I chose the septum piercing. I haven't gotten any others. And so same thing with my tattoos. They're all in places where I could hide it if I wanted to. But basically, I wonder about the septum ring, like, cause obviously it would make me stand out, but it might also be that whole throw the wolves off the scent thing where they wouldn't expect, you know, a vegan with a septum ring to know anything or have any kind of training and any kind of the pew pew and all of that. Like, so it's like kind of like, I wonder what's better. Anyway, all right, that's it. That's too much. I went too far on that. Sorry guys. But here we go. The number one thing, probably my best score of the entire thing, I think. Da-da-da-da. This! I was looking for so long for one of these. It's a compost bin, if you're not sure what that is. It's a fancy kind. And so basically I still need to kind of wipe it down. It's one of those ones that has the filter inside that blocks scent and blocks fruit flies. And so I don't know if that needs to be replaced or not. It doesn't look dirty at all. The inside of the can is maybe just a touch dirty. So I'm going to clean that out a bit. I'm not going to worry about it too much because it's going to get dirty when I use it. So I'm going to just clean it out and it's just going to be composted. So, and even that, it's kind of minimal. It looks like coffee grounds really got stuck in the bottom there. And so like, yeah, that's coffee grounds. Like, it's like, or it could be mold, but no, that is coffee grounds. And so, yeah, very excited. Why is this the best piece of the entire haul? That is because, it was only $4.50. I'm like cackling, like, because these guys, actually, I just went on Amazon and I was laughing because I was like, oh my gosh, you serious? There were stainless steel versions of this that were $22 currently on sale. Usually they're $39.99. That they are expensive. I've seen anywhere from $50 to on for this particular style. But it was funny because I got a little disappointed because I was like, well, I mean, it was still a savings and it's still used, and I do definitely love used things over new things because I feel like that's more, you know, environmentally friendly and just more, I don't know, wise, like to keep stuff out of a landfill, reuse rather than demand that new things be made. But so this though, as soon as you start looking for copper, if you specifically search copper compost bin, then you find the ones that look like this, and they are anywhere from $48 to like $55. They're crazy expensive. Like, so these are, it's really expensive, I think, for basically a metal bucket that you throw food scraps in. But the reason, I guess, is because they're kind of bougie, like they just look good on your counter. And so, yeah, I'm beyond thrilled. I have a really pretty compost bin now, and I don't know, I'm super thrilled about that. So anyway, it feels like a major score. So that I feel is like my favorite score of this particular haul. But in general, all great stuff, all stuff that, you know, I was looking for already. Things are not necessarily I was looking for, but, you know, things that I have in my head of things that I want to get. And that is typically how I do this. I don't just like shop Goodwill willy-nilly for all kinds of stuff. I shop specifically for certain things that I kind of have in my head that I've been wanting for a while, and that's what I do. So anyway, I'm gonna get stuff in the wash. I'm gonna get my girl her little Stars and Stripes hat, and yeah, get her little cradle, and hopefully pretty soon this will finish drying and I can scrunch it and not look like this anymore. But thank you guys for putting up with it and tolerating me through this video that got way longer than I expected it to get. I don't know why I don't expect these to get long anymore. I have hope springs eternal, maybe. I always have higher expectations of myself than I should. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching again. Super fun times. And as always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hey y'all, it's time for Goodwill.